Hello everybody and welcome back to Firefield Junction. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Loco. Now, as you probably know on my channel, the majority of the models that I review, at the moment anyway, are models that I already have. They're not brand new, I've had them for a little while. And now obviously I do take a look at some new models every now and then, like some of them might be new because basically I've only just purchased them, or sometimes they'll be new because, well, again, I've probably just purchased them, but they're also brand new releases. Now I haven't done many of them. Obviously the majority of the models that I do review obviously are ones that I've already got. Obviously the first review I did on the channel, I don't know whether you've watched it or not, was obviously this model here, the Class 37 in Colas Rail Freight livery, number 3741. And obviously this was the first model that I reviewed on the channel. Obviously, as you probably know, if you haven't seen this review, then go and check it out. I'll probably do this model again at some point in the future, because I don't think I did it incredibly well the first time round. But yeah, obviously this is the first model I ever reviewed. Obviously Class 37, definitely one of my favourite models, really nice. Then obviously a bit later on, I did another Class 37. This one is in the DRS livery. Obviously this wasn't the second review that I did, but this was considerably later. This was probably only a couple of months ago, maybe, or I can't actually remember when I reviewed this particular model. Again, obviously another Class 37, and I do love the Class 37 quite a lot. It's definitely one of my favourite models. I was thinking, what could I do for my next review? Well, how about I take a look at another Class 37. So yeah, to be honest, I don't really know what the point was with all of that backstory about reviews and everything, but yeah. Today we're going to be taking a look at the third Class 37 to join the Firefield Junction fleet. And as we can see, this is 37025, and this one is called Inverness TMD, and it's in the BR Blue large logo livery, and it's obviously a split head code 37 as well, as you can probably tell there. Definitely one of my most wanted models on the layouts. I absolutely love the BR Blue large logo livery. I probably won't have many locos in this livery on the layout, but I've definitely wanted this particular model for a very long time, and so happy to finally have it. It only arrived yesterday, so again this will be a review basically. So this will be another review of a new model. But even though it did only arrive yesterday, I have already had to do a couple of things to it to get it to a state that I'm happy with. Basically, one of the things I've already done is basically just obviously given it a quick run around the layout, to make sure it runs properly and everything works, which it does. Obviously, as you can see, it is a factory sound fitted model. One of the things I have done is I have changed the speaker in this particular model, as the standard speaker, it's not the best speaker in the world, and I did actually, because obviously I did take the body off I had to take the body off to basically, it all started off with when I first put the model onto the track to see what the sound was like. The fan, obviously you've got a separately fitted fan underneath the grill on the roof, a bit like if I bring back the Colas Rail one. As you can see, you've got a fan underneath the grill there. And basically, on this particular one, the fan the speaker was making the fan vibrate a lot, and it was ruining the sound quality and everything. So I decided to take the body off and glue the fan permanently into place, which I did. But unfortunately, in putting the body back on and putting the screws back in, I accidentally cut through one of the speaker wires. So again, I took the body off again to fix that wire, but to be honest, I thought, well, to be honest, the standard speaker is pretty rubbish anyway, so while the body's off, I might as well change it for a better one. So I've now got a bass enhanced DTC. I've now got a bass enhanced speaker fitted to the model. It is slightly smaller than the standard speaker, but it's definitely a lot better. And it's a pretty cheap speaker as well. Probably only. I can't remember how much I paid for it, because I bought 4 of them at the same time. purchased the speaker from Roads and Rails, by the way. If you're familiar with him, then if you're not familiar with him, then go check him out. Loads of different speakers for DCC sound. Definitely recommend you go and check him out. But yeah, so that's the speaker that's now in this model now. So obviously the sound quality will probably be ever so slightly different than if you were to purchase this model with the standard speaker. But eventually, this Loco will be sent off to Roads and Rails, along with the Curlas Rail one here, and both will be fitted with EM1 and double iPhone mini speakers. So then we'll have some absolutely amazing sound quality and loads of bass from both models as well. So that'll be something in the future. And once I do get them both back and they've had the speakers upgraded and fitted and everything, then we can see what they're like together. But anyway, I think I've been rambling along long enough about that. So let's go back and let's focus on the model, shall we? So yeah, it's 37025 Inverness TMD. This particular one is still running. I'm pretty sure it's owned by Curlas Rail, but you obviously usually see it on the test trains. It is sound fitted, as I already mentioned. I'm pretty sure it's got the latest factory sound decoder in it, and even though it is only a standard factory sound decoder, it is absolutely amazing. Really, really good. Definitely worth the money. I'm absolutely blown away by it. The sound decoder that's in the Curlas Rail one here is a V4 one, so it's not quite as good as this one, but the sound files are very, very similar. But they are ever so slightly different. But yeah, so yeah, obviously we've now got obviously a slightly better sound decoder in this one, which is good. And if we look at the end of the box, we can see there class 37/0 37025 Inverness TMD, BR Blue large logo, and it's a regional exclusive model. So that's good. If we flip the box over, got some history there on the particular model. Well, on the Loco in real life. If you want to pause the video and read that, then feel free to. But anyway, I think we need to get her open and have a look at. Been rambling on long enough. So it's typical Bachmann packaging that we're used to. Got a block of ice. We'll have a look at these instructions and everything here quickly. So loads of different instructions here. So obviously these are the typical instructions here with all the different parts and everything on it on the other side. So we can see there all the different parts if you need to replace any of them, which you shouldn't really need to be honest. Then we've got things like lubrication, lights, and other things. So I do recommend you read these if maybe this is your first class 37 or it's probably one of your first models. Definitely look through these instructions because they are useful. So we'll put those to one side. Then we've got product maintenance here. So yeah, again, lots of other important stuff running in period. I can't remember if this model has been running or not. I believe I purchased it from KMS Railtech, I believe is where this Loco came from. But when it arrived, the wheels were absolutely filthy, so I'm guessing maybe they tested it for me before they sent it to me. But yeah, I did have to give the wheels a very good clean before I ran it. So she must already be running, but I'm not sure. But I did give her a little run in before when she arrived the other day. So she's definitely used to running by now, I think. But yeah, so again, I definitely recommend you look through these instructions because they are useful. And last but not least, we've got these instructions for the sound decoder and everything. So we've got things like CVs and everything, decoder type and everything, the speaker. I don't know why it says speaker 4 ohms because the speaker that actually came with the model was an 8 ohm speaker. There's nothing wrong with that. These sound chips you can basically fit 4 or 8 ohm speakers to them if you want to. But yeah, the speaker that I changed out for the Bass and Hearts one that's in there now, that's also an 8 ohm speaker, but that won't cause any damage to the model, which is fine. But then there we go. On this side, we've then got the list of all the functions, which is good. But after I go through those, I'll probably do this video in 2 parts. So when we run around the layout, I'll go through each one of those sounds so you can hear them. And then on the inside, yeah, it looks like it's information etc. about each function, everything. But we'll put those to one side. So slide off this plastic sleeve. And what we've got here. Ah, yeah, I forgot about these. So that's good. We've got proper etched metal nameplates there to put over the plastic ones there if we want to. I won't be fitting those at the moment, but I may do them in the future. So we'll put those to one side. And then here we've got a proper little detail bag for the model. I'll definitely be opening that up, and I'll be putting some of the detail on, such as the snow plows and probably one of the cables here. But yeah, that's a typical detail bag. We've also got the blanking plates there in there as well, if for whatever reason you wanted to put this model back to DC. But anyway, just put that to one side, lift this up, lift the Loco out, and we'll put that back in. We'll slide that back over the top as well, if it wants to. There we go. Let's move the details out of the way, and we'll put that back in there. So there we are. Right, finally, after enough rambling on and wasting enough time, here she is. And wow, she is amazing. But what else would you expect? Bachmann do these 37s really, really well. It'll be interesting to see what the Akira scale ones are like when they're released. Obviously, sprung buffers as you'd expect. She does have working lights, and obviously, well, you'd expect that on a model like this. But yeah, she has got working lights, which is good. You've got a little driver in the cab there. Do the doors open? I don't think they do. No, they don't. Although that glazing does feel a little bit loose. But yeah, the doors don't open, unfortunately. But we have got some beautiful metal handrails there by the doors. She does pick up on all wheels, which is good. And there are no traction tyres, and obviously you don't want to see traction tyres on a model like this. Obviously NEM couplings, and she's got a slim line tension lock coupling in there as well, which is good. And then one thing you've got here on the bottom is you've got some different switches for the lights. Obviously on DTC you don't really need to worry about these. These are probably more for DC. But obviously you can have if you want, you can have the tail lights on all the time or off all the time. Well, they won't be on all the time, but basically if you're running the model, you can choose whether you want to have the tail lights on or off. So obviously if she's pulling a train, then you're obviously not going to want the tail lights on. Then we've obviously got the same sort of option there for the cab lights, which is good. The livery application is beautiful. It's so well done. It's nice, crisp transitions between the two colours. You've got the Highland Rail sort of logo there. And we've got the number, nice bigger white numbers in white lettering. Yeah, numbers, nice beautiful white font, which is really good, and you can even feel that. Then we've got the nameplate there. Got some warning signs, and then of course you've got the orange camera stripe across the top there, and then a beautiful, nice big BR logo there. You have to excuse my muddy handprints, murky handprints. Then again, the other end, exactly the same, sprung buffers. Ooh, that one's a little bit stiff. There we are. Yeah, that one was a little bit stiff there. Then obviously again, and then another NEM coupling on the roof. Sorry about that. Again, we've got the fan underneath there, and I have glued that permanently into place. There you can probably see some of the glue underneath there. Sorry about that. But yeah, the fan I have glued the fan into place there. Obviously, it was vibrating about. And well, yeah, it's not really much else to talk about really. She's just stunning, really good. But obviously, it's the performance that's probably one of the best things about this model. So I'll leave you here for now, and I'll see you guys in part 2, where we'll put the model onto the track and see how she runs. So thanks for watching part 1, guys, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye.